Hi, my name's David Landis, and I've got a question for you. Can you hear it? That's the eastern wood pewee. Now you ask, what's the eastern wood pewee? What does it have to do with you, and what does it have to do with our conversation? Now, there are things I know about my wife. One of them is she loves the song of the mourning doves. She always talks about them. She loves them in the morning, and she loves listening to them in the evening. But now she has an additional bird song that's one of her favorites, and that's the eastern wood pewee. We didn't know it was that bird until this week. We spent some time researching and looking and trying to figure out what that song was. She had me stand at the door and go, "Look, listen, that's the song right there." You know, there were all kinds of birds singing, and it wasn't until she spent time with me pointing out and clarifying exactly what song it was that we were listening to that all of a sudden I began to hear it. And now I can't not hear it. I wake up and I hear the eastern wood pewee singing his song all morning long. Nothing else has changed. The birds are all still singing the same as they were previously. What has changed is my ear and what I pay attention to. What has changed is me. I now hear the eastern wood pewee. Now, what that made me think about is, what is it we pay attention to? What is it we hear? What songs are we listening to? Can we hear the beautiful song of the eastern wood pewee in the racket of this noisy world in which we live? Are the songs that we're hearing making our lives happier and more full and more wonderful, or are they songs that are making our lives smaller and adding to the anxiety and pressure and stress that we already experience? I started thinking about, how was it that I heard these things differently? How was it now my world has changed? My world will never be the same. I will always know the song of the eastern wood pewee. I love it, it's beautiful, and I will always remember this time with my wife. So I was thinking, how did I learn this? One is my wife. She showed it to me. She taught it to me. She separated a part of the world from the rest that makes my life richer and fuller. It's part of my hope in this conversation and these conversations is that I can help maybe point out, separate from the rest of the noise, something that makes your life fuller and more beautiful, more wonderful, more abundant. Additionally, we spent some time learning, we spent some time researching, we spent some time figuring out what this bird song was. And it just made it more full and fun and enjoyable, and it was just a silly thing that we do. We can begin to hear differently by those we hang out with, those that are in our lives, those that are adding to our lives, that are pointing out new songs for us to hear. We can begin to hear differently by learning something new, by researching and seeking out wisdom and knowledge and understanding and beautiful songs. Additionally, we've been practicing. It's not an official kind of sit down and practice, but it's a practice. I know the song, and now when I listen to the bird sing, I listen to see if I can pick out that bird song from all the rest, even when it's not so clear. And now more and more I'm beginning to understand what that bird sounds like and the different songs that it has. So I've been practicing. Then, additionally, now that I'm aware, I began to evaluate, what are the songs in my life that I'm listening to? Stresses come, challenges come, air conditioners go out. Am I going to listen to a beautiful bird song and the beauty of having my windows open? Or am I going to think about the hot, sweaty, sticky, humid weather that I'm experiencing? Yes, I think about those things, and no, this isn't something impractical, but I begin to see differently. And I'm trying. I begin to understand things differently and experience things differently. I also have become more aware of evaluating or considering Are the songs that I'm listening to, am I focused on the songs that are making my life larger and fuller and more beautiful? Or am I focusing on those songs that are just adding to the noise that already goes on inside my thoughts? And once I become aware of all those things, I'm better able to choose the song that I want to hear. It doesn't change. The birds don't stop singing, but I'm choosing to listen to the eastern wood pewee. So we can begin to choose which songs we listen to during our day. The world doesn't have to change around us. It's not going to change around us, but we can change. And I am constantly looking for ways that I can experience more joy, more love, more abundance. And it's my hope that I can be, through these videos and these conversations, in some small way, someone that can help you do that also. So here's to the eastern wood pewee, and to listening to beautiful songs, to choosing to hear the beauty in the world around us, even as all the rest of the birds squawk. I thank you very much for this time, and I thank you for the conversation, and I look forward to many more. Be well.